There we go. 100K, y'all. 100,000. I don't know who it was, but man, thank you. Oh Lord, I love it. If you told me about a year ago that I was going to have this plaque in my hands at this point this year, I would have said you were out of your mind. I would have said you were crazy, man. I'm still in total disbelief that I actually have this in my hand right now. So this is my 100,000 subscriber plaque. So it's the silver play button that YouTube awards you when you cross 100,000 subscribers. This is it right here. As you can see, it says YouTube right there. It's not a fake. If you're thinking it's a fake or something like that, I'm just kidding, man. We're going to be unboxing this. I've never actually seen one of these silver play buttons in person, but I've seen it in videos. You know, a bunch of people unboxing theirs, doing all these different things. And I said to myself, one day I'm gonna have to unbox one. So here we are, y'all. So who's ready to watch me unbox this right here? I know you guys are ready to see what's in here. Earlier this week, I made a post in the community saying that I was going to unbox this as well as do a Q&A session where you guys get to ask me any questions that you want or any questions that you have for me. So I'm going to pick out of all the different questions I was asked, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys for, you know, putting your question in there. So if I don't pick your question, it's not a slight to you, man. It's just there's a lot of questions, so I can't answer every single one of them. Leave some more in the comment section and maybe I'll answer them as well. But let's go ahead and tear this let's go ahead and rip this thing apart. I'm ready for it, man. I don't know about you, but it's been a long time coming for me, man. Okay, so what we need is something to cut this thing open. I got my trusty old knife right here, man. So I use this on my digital channel. If you don't know what that is, I do a lot of tech videos, so I unbox a lot of stuff, and I get to use this knife right here. So I'm gonna take this and pop it open first. Finally, let's see what's in here, man. Who's ready to see this? I know I am. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to see this, man. I know I am. The silver play button for my channel, y'all. My first ever silver play button. Right there. So here it is right here, the silver play button. The first one, I hope, amongst, you know, others, because there's other ones to get along the way. 1 million, 10 million, you know, all that cool stuff right there. I hope to get there someday, but that's not what we're talking about in this one right here. We're talking about 100K. So silver play button right here. I'm gonna take it out the box so we can really see what it looks like. All clean. Look at that, man. You can't even tell me that don't look shiny and pretty. It's the first one right there. So it says, presented to Midas MVMT for passing 100,000 subscribers. YouTube. I couldn't have done this without none of you guys. Trust me, this stuff is tough, but it's fun if you're enjoying what you're doing. That's one of the biggest things that I'll tell people. You know, if you're enjoying what you're doing, just keep doing it, man. It'll work out well for you. So if you've got a YouTube channel and you're doing something, make sure you keep doing it. Don't stop, man. Stay consistent and get better at it. Learn your trade and perfect it. That's the plaque right there, yeah. I'm gonna put this to the side and get down to business with the Q&A. I'm gonna answer a few questions and we're gonna wrap it up with this video right here. Once again, thank you guys for helping me reach this point right here. I hope and really hope that we keep doing this. We keep going strong. I really appreciate y'all joining the movement. If you didn't know what Midas MVMT means or meant when you joined, just know that it means the movement. So Midas movement, that's what it means right there, y'all. This is a fitness movement and we going hard at it. We're gonna keep going. The first question I'm going to pick is from Morris Cooper on YouTube. So question for the Q&A. What's the biggest mistake you ever made in fitness and that you hope to never repeat? So for me, that's not training my legs enough. When I first started training, I went directly for my upper body. Just like every other male out there, most of us will think to train our upper body first because that's the part that's on display the most. That's the part you can flex. You know, most people don't want to train their legs unless they need strength in their legs for stuff like, you know, sports, playing football and stuff like that, basketball, whatever it is. But most people don't go for their legs. But I would advise anyone right now to start with it. You know, make sure that you incorporate enough leg days into your training from the beginning. You want to start early, that way you have good proportion. Your entire body is not looking out of place. You want to have your legs looking as strong as your arms, not your arms looking, you know, massive and your legs looking like, you know, I don't know, something that's not supposed to be out there. This next one is from Daniel Hernandez Fitness. Congratulations, my brother. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Should I grow my Instagram or YouTube first, or both simultaneously? Thank you. Well, honestly, it depends on how much time you have to give to what you're doing and how much you already know about these things. If you know a lot about YouTube and Instagram, then just go ahead and start both of them right away. Don't waste any time at all. But if you don't know much about, YouTube, then go ahead and just start with Instagram to kind of get your feet wet and get into the game. Both of those social media platforms work well together. So if you want to go ahead and do both, if you know both, go ahead and go for it, man. That's the best way to do it, is just get both of them going. If you don't know about it, like I said, or are feeling overwhelmed, do not even start it at all. Just do one of them, and then kind of get acquainted and learn that one before going ahead to learn the second one. This one is from RJ. When did you start your fitness journey? Any advice for motivation? I started my fitness journey in 2016. I have a transformation video that's currently posted on my channel, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want to watch or see what my progress looks like or looked like. When it comes to finding a good motivation for you to train, what you want to do is find a solid reason, a good reason. At least this is how I would do it. You want to find a solid reason that you're training for. Make sure it's not something that's short term. Some people train for sports, some people train for aesthetics. If you're training for something, make sure it's something that you always want to keep training for. You don't want to train for something that's very short term. Say, oh, I just want to look good for the summer. That's not a good reason to train. You want to train because, oh, for example, I want to look good all the time. Now, that's a good reason to train. Or you go ahead and watch some motivational videos online to get you in the mood if you're not feeling it. This next question is from Diogo A. Congratulations. Thank you. What's your favorite exercise? So for me, it's deadlifts. For me, the reason why deadlifts is my favorite exercise is it's one of the best for putting on overall body mass, and it attacks every single muscle group in your body. You have to employ everything, man. You have to recruit everything, all the way from your traps down to your calves. Everything is working when you're doing deadlifts, and it's a power move. You want to put on serious size, you do some deadlifts. There's different variations, sumos, regular deadlifts. There's tons of them, man. The next question I've got here is from Etienne. If you had to assign a percentage to diet and workout to have your body, how would it be balanced? Are you as strict with your diet as you are with training? Thanks for the video, man. You're welcome. So when it comes to diet versus the amount of training that I personally do, I'll say I'm more strict with my training than I am with my diet. That's to be honest with you, and that's because I'm a hard gainer. Being a hard gainer means I have a fast metabolism. So if you're a hard gainer like me, then that means that you lose weight quicker than you gain weight. And when you lose weight quicker than you gain weight, it's easier for you to eat or consume a lot more calories, and it wouldn't even matter because it's just gonna go in and then out. But if you're not a hard gainer and you gain weight quicker then you lose it, you want to be more strict with your diet than even with your training. For me, I'm more strict with my training than with my diet. 70% for my training, 30% for my diet, in terms of, the balance of which one's more important for someone like me. Our next question here is from Gian Glova from the Philippines. So what he says is it okay if you're stressed and go ahead and work out? To be honest with you, buddy, what I would say is being stressed and training is not a bad idea. It might even be a good way for you to get rid of that stress. It might clear your mind. It might help you feel better. Training is a good way to get rid of stress. That's one way I deal with stress personally. I go ahead and I take my anger or my stress out on the weights. You go out there and you clear your mind and you think and you let it go. You just let all that stress go while you're training. That's what I do, at least. This next one is from Christian Lopez. Who inspired you or taught you to exercise properly? No one really inspired or taught me to train properly. Honestly, I made mistakes. I went through the experience. I experienced, and learned from that. Training consistently for over 5 years taught me most of the things that I've learned so far. I got better at it. I just kind of picked up fitness and had a flair for it, enjoyed it, and, took it all the way. So it became a big part of my life, a habit, a lifestyle. I wanted to know more about it, wanted to learn more about it. So I went online and I learned everything I needed to know from there. Okay, so our next question is from Cavilash. Is working each muscle group once a week enough? Yes, it's enough if you're trying to maintain, if you're trying to just stay fit, stay active. But if you're trying to make progress, if you're trying to grow, you definitely need to train them at least twice a week. Your muscles cannot be allowed to rest for that long before you train them again, especially if you're trying, like I said, to specifically target certain muscle groups. Say your chest, for example. You can't train it once a week and expect growth at least twice a week. The next question is from D. Sina. Do you have any online fitness programs? If you don't, you should. Well, I actually do have some free programs that you can download. The links will be down in the description of this video. There's also a meal plan to go with these programs, so go ahead and download them for free. I might make some more down in the future. I'm not really sure yet. Right now, there's some major things in the works. Okay, our next question here is from Kratos Doritos. I love that name, bro. Okay, any advice for a skinny guy? That just means you're a hard gainer. Skinny guy for me equals hard gainer. It means you have to eat lots more. You have to eat about 6 to 7 small meals a day while training to build size. You have to train with heavy weights. You got to train with weights heavier than your own weights, your own body weights. You got to go for bigger weights to, force your body to grow. That's the only way right there. I'm not saying go ahead and pick up 600 pounds of weight off the rip just to, build that size. I'm saying do it over time, progressive overload, but you have to aggressively train. Say you start at 1 plate on each side of the barbell. What you want to do is, go up by 10 pounds, say every week, and just keep aggressively building. Our next one here is from Aaron. Does running help in muscle growth? Yes, it definitely does, but more in if you're trying to lose fat. If you're trying to get shredded, burn off some fat, lose some calories, that kind of stuff. It doesn't help you per se with building size. Running is the same thing as cardio, so think of it as something that's gonna help you in torching fat and burning calories. That's what it's best for, not for really building muscle or muscle growth per se. You want to focus on weight training, strength training, compound movements. You have to add resistance to your training. Our next one here is from YY Hashi. Can you start the gym while skinny, or do you need to get some weights first? Yes, you can start while skinny, while you already have some weight. Doesn't matter what point you are. You can always start fitness, start the gym, whatever you want to call it. You can always start it at whatever point. Starting a fitness program is what's going to help you build that mass. It's what's going to help you add that size. When you start skinny, you build on that. Our next one here is from Mersal Riaz. At what age did you start exercising? I started exercising at 14. So I started doing bodyweight movements. I probably started a lot earlier than that, to be honest with you guys, maybe even 12. The next and final question I'll be picking is from Madam Chocolate from the Britain, I think the UK. Are you in a relationship or have children? If so, it would be good to see you work out with your partner. I am in a relationship, for those of you guys that do not know, and I do not have children. I don't have no children. Maybe sometime in the future, y'all. Maybe when I have things a little bit more organized, then I'll, do a partner workout on the channel. I hope I answered all your questions, or at least most of your questions. Thanks again for this, guys. I still can't believe it. To be honest with you, I still can't believe it. So 1 million on the way. Gold play button. That's where we headed now, y'all. Let's get this. Let's get this. If I didn't pick your question, don't forget, just leave it down in the comment section. I'll try to answer it personally in the comment section. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and join the movement, yo. Don't forget to turn on notifications by hitting the gold bell icon right next to the subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video and want to see some more like it, make sure to check out the video on the screen right now, and I shall catch you guys in my next video. It's Midas, and I'm out of here, y'all.